The Supreme Court is hearing oral arguments today in a case that could result in the repeal of Roe v. Wade.
And new information from the school shooting in a Detroit high school, leaving some to believe that the event may have been pre-planned.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Dakota Cruz.
And I'm Jackson Scarum. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
The conservative-leaning Supreme Court heard oral arguments today in a Mississippi abortion case that could result in the repeal of Roe v. Wade. A Supreme Court decision that can overturn the ruling could bring abortion bans to as many as half the states in the country. If this was to go through, it would trigger an Idaho law that was passed in 2020 that bans all abortions except in cases of ways to protect the mother. That law would take effect in Idaho 30 days after the Supreme Court decision.
We have new information on a story we brought you yesterday regarding the shooting at Oxford High School in Detroit that killed 3 students and injured 8 others. The suspect, a 15-year-old sophomore, is in custody according to an Oakland County sheriff. The suspect had a semi-automatic pistol on him when authorities took him into custody. There's information circulating that this event was pre-planned. Authorities in Michigan said there were cell phone videos where the suspect is talking about killing students and evidence of a journal in the backpack of the suspect that said he wanted to shoot up the school. According to the sheriff, the suspect's father purchased a weapon 5 days ago on November 26th.
As the holiday season rolls in, new concern over COVID-19 has been raised. Our Murrow News 8 reporter Isaiah Sharp is live in Olympia with the update.
Thanks, Dakota. I'm here in downtown Olympia by one of the many COVID-19 test centers that just might see an uptick in traffic. It was reported today that the first case of the COVID-19 variant Omicron has been confirmed in the United States. We've yet to see any major decisions made as the variant has reached the U.S., but there is some worry due to the high number of citizens traveling over this holiday season. Now, President Biden has made it clear that the variant will not be combated with shutdowns, but with a push for booster shots and vaccines. As of this moment, over 80% of Washington's population, 12 and older, have received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and close to 75% are fully vaccinated. The Biden administration has made some considerations to tighten international travel amid the growing concern, but there is yet to be any clear confirmation. Reporting live in Olympia, I'm Isaiah Sharp, Murrow News 8.
Today, Moscow Mayor Bill Lambert removed the mask requirement for city facilities. The mandate was issued on September 24th, and Lambert is still encouraging people to choose to get vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus. He also encourages community members to wear face coverings indoors when they cannot maintain 6 feet of distance from those in their household.
Well, the Pullman City Councilman Dan Records has resigned to take a new job at Western Washington University. In a Pullman City Council meeting yesterday, Mayor Glenn Johnson announced that Records is leaving his spot in Ward 2. Here's what he had to say about him.
Well, needless to say, we will all miss Dan, who is one of the best council members that I've had a privilege to work with over the years. Thoughtful, collaborative, and on a number of occasions able to propose a motion to bring several points of view into agreement.
The City Council is looking to replace those records and fill the spot starting today. Those interested in the open Pullman City Council seat have until December 30th to submit an application.
On Tuesday, the Pullman City Council agreed that it is willing to contribute $2 million to the new Pullman-Moscow Regional Airport. The proposed 38,000 square foot terminal is expected to be completed by 2023. The terminal is estimated to cost $61 million. Of that amount, $51 million will come from federal funding. The airport is working to raise $6.1 million from local partners, while Pullman and Moscow will each contribute $2 million.
Washington State University President Kirk Schultz announced on Tuesday that Executive Vice President Elizabeth Shilton will begin taking on parts of her additional role as Chancellor of WSU Pullman. In July, Shilton was named Chancellor Designate with an anticipated start date of July 1st, 2022. She will instead begin transitioning into the role on January 1st. Shilton, in an email to Pullman faculty and staff on Wednesday, said she's honored to be taking on the role of Chancellor for the WSU Pullman campus.
During a Monday night meeting, President Kirk Schultz addressed the GPSA Senate and answered some questions about COVID-19 policies. Jocelyn McKinnon Crowley, senator of the Edward R. Murrow College of Communications, said that she had concerns with the mask policies due to the Omicron variant. Schultz said that WSU is committed to in-person learning experiences for students and don't have any plans to return to an online format.
Washington State University President Kirk Schultz and First Lady Noelle Schultz are hosting their annual holiday open house event for the first time since the pandemic began. The holiday open houses are scheduled to take place from noon until 1:30 p.m. on December 15th and from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. on December 16th at the President's House, which is located at 755 Northeast Campus Street. All members of the WSU community are invited to attend, and parking will be available in the adjacent lot and on nearby streets with no permit required.
Commissioner of Public Lands Hillary Franz and Representative Kirsten Harris-Talley are working on a plan that would introduce the Keep Washington Evergreen initiative. The goal is to conserve 1 million acres of working forest while reforesting an additional 1 million acres. The Washington Department of Natural Resources said the state lost 40,000 acres of forest land. The goal is to complete this initiative by 2040.
Well, it's a record-breaking warm day across the state of Washington.
A great day to go outside for a walk, but maybe not so good for winter sports activities. Stay tuned to find out if the rise in temperature is affecting ski mountains in the area.
Welcome back. Well, tickets for the Palouse Cabin Fever Brew Fest are now available for purchase. The Brew Fest runs from 3 to 8 p.m. on February 5th, 2022. Tickets are sold for $30 and there are 675 tickets available, said Jeanette Barstow, member of the crew. Event attendees can pick up their glasses and drink tickets from the Palouse Community Center. The event is held in 2 parking lots and part of the street, Barstow said. Unprecedented warm temperatures have hit the inland northwest. Since Sunday, temps have been in the 50s and even 60s, and more record highs are expected as we head into December. The warmest location in the state of Washington was Wenatchee, which hit a record high of 65 degrees on Sunday.
These high temperatures have caused some problems for inland northwest ski resorts, which have had to close and delay openings. Schweitzer Mountain, Silver Mountain, and Lookout Pass Ski and Recreation Area have all closed their resorts and are looking to reopen on Friday as temperatures are getting warmer.
Well, today when I walked out, it was slightly warm outside, so I gotta ask Jacoby, what's going on today, bro?
Thank you, Dakota. It was very hot outside, like he said. It was so hot outside when I walked outside and put on my big black jacket, I thought I was being cooked like a Black Forest ham. It was hot outside. Let me tell you something. Let's go ahead and get into this weather. You will see that today's high was about 65 degrees and today's low is going to drop to about 42. As you look into tomorrow, tomorrow's high actually is going to be 51 with a low of 36. Let's go ahead and look into our state map. We're going to start on the west side. On the west side, you will see that it was in the 50s, mid to upper 50s for Seattle and Olympia. Now, here's the thing. On the west side, they are expected to have hazardous conditions in terms of a lot of rainfall with some landslides. So for those of you that are over there, hold on to something so you don't be sliding down the hills. Anyway, we're going to move over to the middle of Washington. You will see that in Yakima and the Tri-Cities, it was in the 70s with lows going down to the 40s. In Pullman on the east side, you will see that it was 65 degrees, like I said, and Spokane, 61. Now, let's go into our 5-day forecast. I'm going to step out of the way so you all can see that. The rest of this week, today was actually the highest we are going to get in terms of temperature. The rest of this week is going to be different. I don't know, they didn't got the whole weather thing wrong, so I'm just going to say it's going to be different for the rest of this week. That's all I got. We're going to take it back over here. So the weather was nice outside, guys, and in Arizona, it's going to be warmer for the basketball team. What y'all think?
Well, Jacoby, yeah, you're right. The WSU men's basketball team is headed to the desert to take on the Arizona State Sun Devils tonight.
Stick around to hear the Cougs' first Pac-12 matchup and more sports with Doyle D'Angelo after the break.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Pac-12 play for the Cougar men's basketball team starts today at 5:30 against Arizona State. The Cougs are coming off their first loss this season, which came as a surprise when they fell to Eastern Washington last Saturday. The team was without their top scorer Noah Williams and TJ Mamba in that game and are looking to get them back tonight. But head coach Kyle Smith says nothing is concrete.
Going the right direction, but nothing concrete. 100% ready to roll, but we'll see. I feel comfortable that we'll have one of them at least.
At this point in time, it seems like both Noah and TJ are game time decisions. Tomorrow, the Cougar women's basketball team will be returning home to take on USF. Also coming off their first loss, the Cougs will look to bounce back as they've been magnificent in 11 out of their last 12 against non-conference foes in Beasley Coliseum. WSU has a tough task at hand when they will try and defend Iona Kremley, the top scorer in the West Coast Conference. Now, in the aftermath of that great performance Cougar football put on against the Huskies in the Apple Cup, 3 players earned Pac-12 weekly honors. Defensive back Armani Marsh received Defensive Player of the Week for his 2-interception, 5-tackle performance. Kicker Dean Janikowski for raking in 16 total points across PATs and field goals. And of course, you have Jaden DeLora in the freshman category for completing 84% of his passes and racking up 276 total yards. The Seahawks are growing thin in the offensive backfield with injuries to Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, Travis Homer, and Alex Collins. So today the team signed future Hall of Fame running back Adrian Peterson to the practice squad. Peterson had just recently made his return to NFL play, but was waived after 3 weeks with the Titans. Peterson might be able to help an ailing 3-8 Seahawks team.
It's that time of year again where we're finally getting to see what music all of our friends and the rest of the world have been listening to all year.
Popular streaming service Spotify releases 2021 Spotify Wrapped, recapping this year's music. Stick around after the commercial break to find out the most streamed songs and albums.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember, my strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Hey, thanks for your patience. Thank you so much.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333